FSD boost works as well.
Good to know. Did not know that.
Did not want to actually kill mine when I was trying to plot things, so I was just like, no, it's not working.
I don't know, if it's taking a long time to even count the percentages part up, you know you're screwed.
Yeah. Oh well, finally off the ground now.
It's a shame Frontier don't take pull requests.
No, wait, I'll fix the bloody... Well, fix a lot of things.
This is one of those things where it probably wouldn't be amazingly hard to fix, but it's just probably not their priority.
You just time box it.
Frameshift drive
trivial.
charging.
Anyhow, I'm going for dinner. It's been a long day, guys. I'll see you soon.
Okay, ducks.
Bye bye.
See you later.
Cheers.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Okay, here it goes. My offering to Sagittarius Day.
Alright, finally plotted. Let's do it.
System map.
Does Kulata have a poem for Sagittarius Day?
Frameshift drive charging.
Sagittarius A. It's okay. The end.
Ha 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 ha.
Okay.
It tries to
Bye.
eat your face.
Four,
Oh,
three,
yeah.
two, one.
Alright,
Engage.
goodbye, one escape pod.
Are people sacrificing escape pods again?
I am.
I suppose films, everyone has the same reaction to finding escape pods. Well, I
I've been
can't take it to the
liberating
room,
people in
so...
escape
I mean, honestly, I want to send it, like, if anyone's going
Fuel
home
scooping.
from this trip early, I would normally pass it to them.
But I've got a couple on me. I intend to take all the way out and all the way back.
I've
Well,
got
I was
three
gonna-
on me.
I did
Okay.
have 4 with mine. I was going to leave them at Beagle Point.
System map.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
evil.
I think it's a
Fuel
kindness
scoop
point to the black hole, so
disengaged.
just slow staff to death if you leave them.
See, I intend to take them back and then pick up those missions of go find those downed pilots and just turn them in there. Not even search for the
Yeah.
actual downed pilots.
You know, right now there's a
think-
community goal about that.
Yeah, but I can't do anything about it.
Missing.
By the time we get back, it'll be a long over.
I think that'll be the report. The good news is the missing have been found. The bad news is they've all been blasted to Sag A.
I missed a golden opportunity to sacrifice a fuel limpet in there though.
Oh, yeah.
So I wouldn't even mind taking some home on the way home, but when you're on the way to the room, they just reduce your distance so you can jump. So why would you take them?
I initially started the trip with a full hull of, or hold of limpets, so I was just dropping limpets for escape pods. I wasn't changing anything in the end.
It depends on your expedition plan, of course. I mean, it's but for those of us that are planning on going on a jumpium spree when we get to the end.
I should be able to avoid the jump
Fuel
or
skip
that, so I
disengaged.
should be okay there.
I'm gonna guarantee you there's gonna be people stuck at Beagle Point or around the Beagle Point.
I feel like I'm going to be one of those people, at least for a month or two,
Frameshift drive charging.
gathering supplies.
Although, admittedly, with even the small, basic jump will get you quite a long way.
4,
Yeah,
That'll probably get you a long
2,
way.
1, engage.
No, I know,
I'm
but
more-
people are going to use the conduits to jump further and further and further, and someone's gonna miscalculate their jumponium, and it's gonna be game over.
I must admit, I'm tempted to just take my jumpomium to the west of the map because everyone's going to be jumpomiuming to the north, and it's already been done to some degree now, hasn't it?
Fuel scooping.
That's why I'm going to be going east of the Meridian before I start using my jump juice.
Ah, the west is the one direction I haven't gone in yet, so that's why I'm so keen on that one.
I didn't see anybody tagging any
Frameshift
systems
drive
along the
charging.
northern ridge east of the Meridian when I was there.
Not.
Get something to try.
Mine are usually mostly on the tip of the Perseus.
2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping.
So you guys flying all the way to 12?
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I'm
complete.
debating that right now. Are you?
But I'm on my way up now.
Yeah, I'm on my way. I might just go all the way today. Although I need to stop and do some coding.
I'm trying to get all the way today.
I'll just do
Yeah, I
it.
think I'll join you as well.
I'll probably just do it till I get bored.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
But that might take me all the way anyway, because it's not that far, is it?
Yeah, a couple thousand light years is not very far.
Frameshift drive
It really
charging.
depends on if I make any discoveries on the way there, because that will slow me down.
Oh yeah. At best, it'll take me 2 hours. At worst, 4.
At worst, the rest of the day. Tomorrow too.
4, 3, 2.
But yeah, I
One.
definitely need to do some
Engage.
updates on ED Materializer. I haven't touched it in about 2 weeks, I think.
And if this keeps up, I'm definitely not going to find anything interesting. Joy for binary systems with nothing in them.
I'm just wondering if I go run into any of my... Play the old gamers, seeing if I run into
Fuel
any of my old discoverers. Probably won't, but...
This always seems to be my luck too.
Have you ever
Fuel
tried to
scooping
backtrack
complete.
without using the
Frameshift drive
outside
charging.
tools?
Yes, it's hard.
Yeah, it's really, really hard to find your system.
Yeah.
Be a good explorer. Be a
4,
world-class
3,
explorer.
2,
No, that's not right.
1.
Be a hardcore
Engage.
explorer. Try it. Uninstall ED Discovery.
Yeah, as much as I like getting lost in the middle of the edge of an arm, it's so much easier to just use ED Discovery and figure out where you came from.
Fuel scooping.
It's like trying to undo a knot, isn't it? You get on the edge. No, that one first, then that one.
System map.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Wow, you already found an Earth flag?
Frameshift
Holy
drive
shit.
charging.
Yeah, I found an Earth-like as well.
I have not done well for Earthlucks on this trip.
I found about like 5.
Same, I think
My
it's about
11.
4,
I think I found about 3
2,
this trip.
1. Engage.
4 untagged.
I found
usually would-
11 untagged and 12 ammonia worlds.
I found lots of ammonia worlds, but yeah,
I
typically I'd usually return home from a trip with like something like 25 Earth-like worlds. And I don't think that's going to happen on this trip.
Fuel scooping.
I still find like almost nothing but high metal content. Occasionally water worlds, but mostly high metal content everywhere I go.
I found like 20 water worlds in the past like 3 days.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift
Yeah,
drive
I found a fair amount of
charging.
those, but after a while you tend to get an eye for what things for the less Earth-like ones that turn out to be water worlds, like those light blue systems, planets rather.
Yeah, I try to. I mostly just go
Four,
for water worlds, and
three,
worlds, but I
two,
just found like
1. Engage.
that's what it is.
Find the your manual worlds come irresistible after a while, because once you recognise how to spot them, you can always spot them.
Yeah.
They are very distinctive.
Yeah,
I
that
think
they
once you
are.
realise there's no clouds on those things, it gets pretty to spot.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Ammonia worlds.
They're, like,
Oh,
shiny.
ammonia worlds. They have a specific sound, so you have to learn the sound.
I don't even learn the sound. I can just tell them by appearance now, because they're kind of got that weird browny yellow colour to them, but they also have no clouds.
I've
So
seen
they-
some ammonia
so-
worlds that don't look like the rest.
Some of the
I've seen
ammonia
some that
worlds
look a
have-
little different, but I don't know. I just find them really distinctive now. Now I've got them imprinted in my head.
Yeah, the ones with the sort of reddy brown lakes of ammonia are really easy to spot. It's the other ones that are more deserty looking.
I have to
It's
say-
different about the atmosphere. The high pressure ones are more brown and harder to spot than the clear ones.
I think it's also the kind of landmass type shapes they have on them tend to be quite distinctive as well. It's like I'd never hardly found any ammonia worlds until about 6 months ago, but
Frameshift
now
drive charging.
found a few of them. It's just they don't tend to escape my eye anymore.
Yeah.
I always tag them.
Instead of
They
making
have
my
like
sound.
value as pretty good
4,
terraformable
3,
water world.
2.
Yeah.
1. Engage.
I think the balmy thing is sometimes water worlds are worth more than Earth-likes because the whole terraformable attribute stacks with the other attributes, and of course Earth-like worlds will never get terraformable.
If the water world is big as well, that makes it even more lucrative.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice though if like
I'd say I think we all know that the values for systems in this game is completely wacky.
yeah. I was gonna say it'd be nice if like things like the gas giants with life on them were worth more. Because they've
It's
got
also, you
life
think-
on them.
You think systems would have extra value for tourism purposes and for mining purposes. I mean, I think it's absolutely bug nuts that asteroid belts give you 0.
Yeah, you would think those would be worth something. It's why I never even
Right.
scan them and have them filtered out because they're worth nothing. But you know,
And what-
for mining,
what-
they'd be great.
Yeah, and why are black holes and neutron stars and white dwarfs worth so much? Because there's tons of them. It makes no sense. Are those companies like Sirius Cybernetics obsessed with owning every single black hole or something? There's no monetary reason for it at all.
Oh, but there's fewer
It's
of them
probably
that
more
make more
science.
sense.
Well, at
Probably
least
science reasons.
not for it being disproportionately more expensive than anything else. I mean, Wolf Riots, for example, you get hardly anything for Wolf Riot. Those things are like amazingly rare.
I haven't found a wolf riot that wasn't tagged or named already.
Helium giants, they should be worth a lot. They're very rare.
Water giants as well.
Yeah, they're pretty rare. But it's just the prestige and that's it. But it's like, no,
Yeah.
no, we don't want to buy that. We're just interested in you mapping out every neutron star in the central cluster. Because that's so
so they
important.
don't eventually fly into them themselves.
Yeah, because you can totally make the center of the galaxy a safe place. We should all be melting anyway with the plate location where we're
Fuel
at.
scoop
There's no reason
disengaged.
for us to even be able to survive in spaceships here, really, is there?
I suppose what they really should want marked is all those brown dwarfs. You know, every unscoopable, mark those so we don't fly there.
Yeah, that's true. Put the little
Frameshift
red,
drive
yellow tape
charging.
around them or something.
System map.
Or build a shopping mall there or something.
4, 3,
Do you know why
2, 1.
worlds
Engage.
with life are worth less?
Hmm?
The reason why worlds with life are worth less than worlds without life
Oh, actually, that.
is because,
Yeah, I know you're going.
it's
Carry on.
because you know where I'm going, right?
They'd have to remove the life.
Fuel scooping.
Well, I think
For that map, so-
you've got conventions towards where you can settle. And if there's life, you can't settle there.
But
I
you
never
could
noticed the
study
Empire
them.
roaring about that. The Empire would be just like, oh whoops, they seem to be dead before we arrived.
They have done that before, right? I remember a
Yeah.
story about that.
Yep, Arcanor is famous for it. Although admittedly, it's past history
a
now,
while
so
ago.
it's
Yeah.
probably unfair to judge them by something they did in the past. But hey, the Bob's not fair. Now they have the stigma.
So
Fuel
what happened?
scoop
Can someone explain?
disengaged.
There was a sentient. You want to say it? Yeah, you say it.
From what I've read on that one, basically, Akanar was
Friendship
originally, or
drive
Ashnar, or
charging.
however it's pronounced, was originally a system that had, like, sentient races or something like that in it, but they were, I think, not spacefaring, I'm not sure on that one, and the Empire
Yeah.
moved in and murdered them all and took over.
4,
Yep.
3,
It wasn't the Empire's fault. It's just one person who was the brother of the person.
I think I read it off a wiki. It wasn't a very in-detailed thing, and
Yeah.
I don't know the actual story from, like, in the game back, when that stuff would have happened, if it did.
What's that? It wasn't. It was listed in original Gazetteers in the old Frontier games or whatever, but it's been a long time now, so I couldn't tell you with any precision.
Like, I remember the original leader of the
Fuel
Empire didn't want to make an empire based on an emperor. She wanted it to be fair, democratic, all that kind of shit. And then she died. So the brother stepped in and made it into an empire.
fuel
Mhm.
And
scoop
did all
complete.
really crazy,
Yeah.
terrible things.
Fuel scoop.
Yeah, well, I think he was the one who
disengaged.
stated the rule you couldn't have a female emperor for the longest time.
Really?
Yep, that was his doing, I think. Because you notice the first emperor really was a female, but until the current one, it's always been a rule that it's always the male line.
Oh, I didn't realize they were so backward.
But also,
I
it's a new
didn't-
thing. Yeah.
I didn't know that there are any sentient races besides Targoids in Elite Universe.
Well, it's kind of weird because in previous games they've had things that they've kind of just retconned out of existence. Like in the original Elite game, you go to a planet and often they'd say, "Oh, it's got this alien life form on it." But as every time they've done a major game increase, like for Elite 2 or this current one, they've had to pretty much just they've had to change,
Frameshift
revise the history
drive
slightly so it
charging.
makes sense. So they pretty much.
Yeah.
It's also possible some of that might have been randomized, so they didn't even necessarily know what might be where.
Oh yeah, the first
Possible,
game.
I don't know for sure.
The first game was almost 100% random. It was just it was just generated names up there as a.
I
don't
remember in the original League, Deso used to be populated by cats.
Yeah.
Like sentient cats or just cats?
Yep, sentient cats.
They had Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy references in there as well, because I think some of the starter planets were notable for their edible poets.
Fuel scooping.
But they just randomly put they just randomly joined some words together, and I think there was just a little bit of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy referencing in some of them.
Cool.
Fuel scooping.
I
could
can
understand.
understand, the game's looking much more realistic now. They wanna make it much
Frameshift
harder.
drive charging.
Yeah, basically each iteration's being more grounded. I mean, or straight to Elite 2, they've dropped the aliens for the most part, except for the Fargoids, for example. And even then,
Yeah.
the Fargoids only showed up on the sequel to that, the
2,
expansion, as it were.
engage.
Honestly, when I first heard of the Thargoids, I was like, no, don't give me aliens, please.
Oh,
By the sound of it, there's going to be a few sets of aliens that are
Yeah.
spacefaring, but they're not going to be around for a while.
Well, they made such a big impression in the original game because this is obviously this is back in the era where most of your games are things like
This is
Pac-Man
fuel
and Space Invaders, but they had
Yeah.
one of the little Easter eggy things that could happen originally is you just hyperspace somewhere, your hyperspace fails halfway through, and you're in this scary place where there's no stars and there's these flying saucers everywhere,
Fuel scooping
completely and utterly
complete.
killing you. the Thargoids.
Can you get out?
You could actually, if you're shit, you could actually just fight your way out, kill all of them, and then hyperspace on.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
But it was very scary.
Frameshift drive charging.
And you could actually, I think you could actually force. This is what we called witch space.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And it definitely fired up. The original game, anything that happened at all, even in the books, would fire off everyone's imagination. For example, there's a reference in the book to generation ships. Totally wasn't in the game, but they just put something in the manual about it. There were so many people that went out there just searching and searching and searching for generation ships. I mean, there was an article in one of the computer game magazines at the time where they just kept talking about rumours and legends and stories going on about that. It was a continuous article when you could tell pretty much there was no generation ships at all. But
Oh my god.
oh, I always hope that would make a comeback actually.
I'm just imagining Gaben's face when he realized he has, I don't know, how exploded, man.
Disengaged.
Oh shit, we should have put generation ships. How are we gonna give them something when, you know? We didn't program it in, so they're not gonna have that reward if they find that thing.
Well, on the upside, you know, it's so vast normally that you can just leave it out and people will just not find it. It's too hard to systematically search everything.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I think? I think we are out of records and they should open Andromeda soon.
Oh what? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Andromeda.
I'm hoping if they ever do open another galaxy, they'll make it harder to explore because 48 hours to get across a galaxy is too quick.
Really, though, I don't think they'd ever open up Andromeda. It's too far away. Maybe the Magellanic Clouds, because they're right next door.
That's the problem one, isn't
If
it?
we had an FSD that could reach Andromeda, getting to Beagle Point would be like, you know, going down the road for a Snickers or something.
Hey guys.
Yes.
Guys, the galaxy isn't finished yet, you know? There's still parts of it that aren't rendered. For example, there are like these rings that go like vertically out of it's a dwarf galaxy that's been ripped apart by the Milky Way and extends out pretty far.
Didn't they say that?
Okay.
No, sorry. Didn't they say that? Didn't David Braben say back at the launch of Gamma that it would be extremely difficult to get to the galactic core?
Yeah, I think they underestimated how quickly we could actually pull this off.
4, 3.
I mean, I think that's
He
actually
must have been so quick when Zulu showed up here the next day.
I mean, I guess,
you've had the counter when Zulu
guess,
got there, right? And it was almost unfinished in the middle there.
It was
He was getting pulled over by pirates when he was in the middle.
Yeah, I always wanted to know what they were thinking whenever I told them everyone about how I got there.
Mhm.
I always wondered what they were thinking, and I've never really got a formal answer from them.
Is that Zulu speaking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot you were on.
I imagine they were thinking, well, crap, someone got there already.
I did hear them mention something about it on Lave Radio once, where I think they were kind of excited when you did get there, but obviously they didn't give you much feedback.
No, they gave me none.
And that's too bad. I thought you'd like meet the guy. You know, you should have gotten a phone call at least.
System map. Well, to be honest, guys, the most important upgrade on current exploration system would be an ability to Frontier to name some of the systems that our community built it up over the year or so. You know, the Beagle Point and stuff. It doesn't say Czechia, ZQ, or whatever.
Wait a minute. Wait, can't you okay? Given that there's a system for you to create factions and put them in game, right? Surely there must be a way to put POIs on planets. We could have every waypoint place in game.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think they can do POIs that easily. I mean, factions is like, okay, we have a list of names and these are the systems they're attached to. POIs you'd have to place specifically on, you know, wherever you're wanting.
Yeah, we've got all the coordinates for it.
I mean, they can just rename the system from random generated name to the, you know, our name.
Yeah, I keep thinking it'd be a good feature for ED Discovery. Just make it so you can rename those systems locally. And I've noticed EDSM's had the same idea because they started. I think they've started down that path, but just haven't got very far with it. But it'd be good if it was in game.
Oh, the POI.
Also,
yeah, that's right.
Also, the Andromeda. Okay, it may be out of reach, but at least they could implement like globular clusters, you know, around our galaxy.
Yeah, the Magellanic Clouds.
Honestly, the big win for me would be if you arrive and you don't know what the system is, because I guess one of the big problems they've had with the whole galactic map, it was very flashy and everything, but it was like mapped before you even started playing it. It'd be more exciting if you had to actually find those places you can jump to. Much more exciting.
Like a fog of war, huh?
You have to check
exactly.
These stellar streams.
Yeah, you have to basically get close and do some kind of scan, see its facilities, so you can see where you can jump to, but not go, okay, I'll look at the other end of the map, okay, I'll go there, but hang on a second, we already know it's there, so someone's already discovered it, kind of.
Okay, look at voice chat links. This is where what I'm talking about.
3, 2, 1, engage.
God, so many binary systems out here.
So, which channel are you in at the moment for that?
Voice chat links.
So let me just.
So
Kai just posted a screenshot of all of us at Sajay on Reddit.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Well, it has been a pleasure, everyone. Today has been a fantastic day, but it is time for me to go for a while. Fly safe, and I'll see you all at the next waypoint.
See you later.
Yeah, bye bye.
See you later.
07.
It's a dark screenshot, though. I don't know why it's so
The
dark.
system only has 1 star. Oh god. There's nothing else in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a habit of finding those myself. Just the lonely systems of nothing of interest.
Okay, so that's your official number, yeah, 101?
I thought people counted more than that. I thought we had like 108 or 110 or something like that. Before we started losing commanders left and right.
I guess 101 is good. Okay, yeah.
The fact that we got above 64 is good.
Oh yeah.
The problem is this picture that Kai posted is upside down.
You notice that too.
Yeah.
There's no up in space.
He's definitely.
But yeah. Hey guys.
Whoa. I might have to screenshot this.
What?
The star is like right behind the other star.
You're right, that picture is upside down.
Yeah. I've been communicating with Frontier Help, like giving them updates of it. They're quite amazed by the fact that we had 98 people. And then like yeah.
With the Frontier?
Yeah.
Frontier Help.
Wow.
Well, tell them to throw a bone to the Explorer community, please.
Oh, I'm in call down, so I'll be seeing you. See you guys.
Ciao.
See you.
Well, they're just Frontier Help, you know, they just do the technical support.
I know.
Asking us how horribly we messed up that area for a while.
I did. I told them about the Waypoint 11 problems. Like, it's all of us, right? It's not just a few of us that had problems with it.
Oh no, that was multiple instances that were crashing out there.
Yeah. So I told them about that, and yeah, you're gonna keep an eye on it. Since we're no longer there, you know, we're moving off to Waypoint 12.
Fuel scoop
I'm sure they're quite familiar with the distant worlds and where we're heading.
Well, especially since we keep doing things, like stressing their system, they're going, damn it, people.
I think that they're planning something for the bigger point. I think they're planning a small but, meaningful.
They have to.
From what I've heard, they're supposed to be an educating Ed when we're out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but he's gonna teleport himself there, and it's gonna be like game breaking, and we're gonna shush him out of the system, and that's.
Yeah, basically. I mean, we're talking about Ed. He's going to break stuff.
Oh shit, yeah. Should keep your shields up, yeah?
Fuel scooping.
Oh dude, I should have told people to listen to Watch Radio. I had a chance to communicate to 100 players. Damn it.
You were breaking up a bit there. I couldn't hear that.
No, I was saying. Can you hear me now? Good.
Still breaking up?
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, it's fine on my end.
Oh, it's my, I guess, my connection. Sorry.
Okay, just in case, man. Yeah, I wish I advertised Watch Radio to 100 people when I had the chance. I'll have to wait till we get to Beagle Point now.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Hi.
Hiya.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yes, people are still here. Apparently we just decided to go quiet for a bit.
Oh my god. I've just looked at the GIF that Dr. Kai posted. It is beautiful.
Was that the jump out?
Yeah. You know what? We need to sync our jumps a bit better
Fuel
now.
scooping.
I mean, I like the messiness, but I just wish everyone jumped up by the end of the GIF.
Well, if we hadn't crashed, we would have probably been able to, or a lot of us hadn't, started crashing out of it. We probably could have done the whole charge up and then go forward thing, and yeah. I think that one, people were still, I think, parked too close to Sag A because people were still having the overheating thing. It's like, should you guys have moved a little bit further away to not have overheat issues for everyone? Or for the few who have the problems?
Do people still have shields yet?
Well, we were goofing offline. I did. I didn't have any overheat issues while I was there or nothing like that, but some people are. So.
I mean, when you were jumping out, do you still have your shields yet?
I've always have my shields up. But I don't normally have the overheat problems. My Conda runs really rather cool, even with almost everything turned on.
Okay.
Fuel scooping.
I can't have that one. Oh.
I managed to jump out from about 40 light seconds away from Sagittarius A.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
At 90% heat.
That is a beautiful GIF. I love that angle.
Oh yeah, it is nice. Yeah.
That looks absolutely amazing. It looks absolutely amazing.
God, what would have? Oh man, if we just would have had the other 50 commanders still there, son of a bitch.
Exactly right.
That would have been crazy.
Dude, I got a phone post, a suggestion phone post about trying to get them to give us the ability, give player groups the ability to request for a increased cap. Okay, if I can get more support from you guys and other player groups, we might see this down the line. No promises never happened within DWE, but we might see
Fuel
it.
scooping.
So you guys noticed the new badge that was just posted into general?
Oh, did Cohen make a new one?
Yeah, he just posted a new one. There's like, I can't have that one. I was one of the ones that crashed out.
Oh, bastard.
Fuel scoop.
He needs to do the other half of, where it's like, I was there, but I crashed.
Another empty system. At least it's a scoopable star.
I bet the crashing was a lot to do with just connection issues kind of thing.
Look, at least we are in good company for not having been there, because Camzel, I don't think, was part of the jump out. I think he just missed it.
Hey, I just missed it as well.
I missed it as well.
Yeah, I crashed out of that one, a couple of minutes before they decided to start doing it.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it.
3, 2, 1.
I think the new rule next time would be once we hit 100 people, they're gonna start jumping out. I think that's probably gonna be the modus operandi after this.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
That is a nice picture from Old Fart.
What did he post?
In Prospectors, just him up close to one of the volcanic worlds.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, they
Fuel
promised
scoop
volcanic worlds are
disengaged.
gonna be next for us to land for.
That'll be
Cool.
interesting. And on a lake of lava, start falling into it, die.
Okay, I've got the post, and I'm posting it into voice chat links. I might as well just post it in
Frameshift
general.
drive charging.
If he'd only removed those orbit lines, it would be fine.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Just uploading a few more videos. It's going to take a couple of hours to fully upload.
And I can't wait to see the videos of the jump out for everyone that was still there.
Fuel scooping.
If there aren't already posted. There was probably some, but I'm just like, I don't know.
I've got a good one.
Yeah, I was there for that
Fuel
jump out.
scoop
It was fun.
disengaged.
Well, the previous jump out, I've seen the videos for that one, but like this last one.
Frameshift drive charging.
You see what I mean, man? That would... Never mind.
Do you mean the jump out from Sagittarius?
No.
Yeah, today earlier when they did that.
2,
Looking for videos.
1. Engage.
Yeah. No, I'm just a little butthurt for all of us and the people who didn't have the chance to get into the instance today. That there was no coordination with Dr. Kyle on that.
Fuel scooping.
It's not. I don't terribly blame him because we were losing people, and it's really difficult to coordinate with so many people. But still,
Yeah, I think it got to the point. Really, it was just we were trying to break the record for how many people we could get there, and then we all kind of knew that it was going to break. It was just a matter of time. But yeah, we should have jumped when we hit 100 and just been done with it.
Yeah. And for everyone who couldn't, honestly, I also probably should have had multiple instances started up
Yeah.
like immediately, because Well, in fact, we got 100 in there in the first place.
Well-
Like, okay, we're above 64. This is gonna be bad soon.
Yeah, that's what I was
Extra
saying.
instance and
That's why I was saying we should have had 2 separate instances at the very least.
well,
think
it's
now
live and
on
learn
you-
kind of thing.
Well,
No,
we
I'm
weren't
not-
trying specifically to see how far we could stretch the servers, right?
Well, no, but it's like, okay, now we've got 55. Oh, now we've got 60, 70. Just keep bringing people in.
I
Yeah,
think it
it-
depends a lot on.
But we were
connection of
pretty
the host
stable. I
first.
think. What were we? We're like 15 minutes with about 100 people, anywhere between
Yeah,
95 to
we did
105.
pretty good.
I think
Yeah.
it's because of the person who hosted the instance had optic fibers. Like,
Yeah, whoever
Yeah.
was playing host had a really well. Prometheus there had a really good
think it was
connection.
Prometheus,
was holding us
yeah.
up, yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, we now kind of know. Okay, you can stretch it this far. In
Yeah,
my
it
opinion,
seems
there
to be
doesn't
like-
seem to be an upper bound. I'm guessing that they don't really have a hard limit.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
all based on whoever's the host of that specific instance and how much can fit in there.
Yeah. Because I know at one point I was getting somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 megs just up and down, just maxing out my own connection. And that's probably what does it in.
That's
Oh.
probably what killed me. Is the just the communication probably dropped me eventually. I just couldn't keep up anymore on my end.
Exactly. You know,
Okay,
you lose a
that
couple of
makes sense.
packets here, there, you're now too far behind, it tries to catch you up down the road, but you're out of sync and you're done.
That makes sense. Oh, that's too bad. I mean, the future will be better, right?
Once
Well,
we all have Korean internet, it'll all be better.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it was Dan Quayle who said the future will be better tomorrow.
Nice one.
Well, once we are all, counting our up and down speeds in like trigabytes or whatever, then we'll be better off, I'm sure.
I believe in a couple of years there won't be any connection issues. Like, we are gonna be on really, really good connections.
It depends on how the ISPs and stuff decide to upgrade everything around.
We'll be Fargoid slaves by then anyway.
You know, about 1,000 ships in one instance anyway.
Yeah.
If we get 1,000 ships into an instance and the lag not be that bad, that would be great.
Look at that.
Because then you have those massive wars going on.
Yeah.
Because who wouldn't want to actually, watch it at least from a video of just, massive firefight over a system taking place?
You know what? I reckon when that happens, right? The day that happens, we'll probably have control over capital ships. Not Anaconda
Frameshift
size,
drive
I mean
charging.
actual capital ships.
It would be nice to have actual capitals too. And then there's the other half of the 100+ pilot thing. For the badges.
3, 2,
Oh.
1. Engage.
I wonder what
I
they're
have
doing
to say that
when
one
we have
because-
starfighters. When you can launch ships from your ships.
Oh.
That's coming in
Hey.
soon.
Hey there.
Fuel
I hear you
skipping.
like ships. Yeah, place a ship in your ship. So you can ship ships.
But I still would like it if Anacondas could carry Sidewinders, because then your Sidewinders could carry a ship.
Fuel scooping complete.
I think you can. I don't know who said
You
it before,
can't.
but
It says in the it says on the description that you can, but in reality, I don't think you can.
Disengage.
Well,
I think
it
there's
says in
kind
the
of
description
wording it
Sidewinder-sized ships.
Yeah, but I don't think that's actually
Frameshift
what's
drive
happening at all.
charging.
I've
Well,
heard
considering...
I've heard this.
Let's say, considering CQC though, a lot of the
Yeah,
fighters
that's
are
what I mean.
similar sized ships, and it says, just Sidewinder sized now.
3,
If it said
Yeah.
Put it this way.
before,
That is
it
what
doesn't
we're getting.
now.
We are getting the little CQC fighters.
I reckon as well.
If they allow Sidewinders from Inception, I will eat a sock. You've heard me. A sock.
Joe, do you
Hold you
live
to
stream
it.
by any chance?
Sock.
Fuel scooping.
Make sure to live stream it.
Yeah.
Well, probably go out and find some nice
Fuel scoop disengaged.
sauces to put on my sock. Maybe some strawberry.
I'm sure you can get someone to knit you a sock from licorice or something. Unless you're diabetic. Then.
Nope.
Make sure
Not
to put
yet.
plenty of jam. That's not.
Well, you will be.
Yep. I'll probably choke on the sock anyway, so it's irrelevant.
Make sure to put plenty of jam on that sock.
Frameshift drive charging.
Brown sauce is the trick. I'll just cover it in brown sauce. Everything tastes good with brown sauce.
Licorice with brown sauce. My god.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Come on, please be Earth-like. Come on.
Entire system of high metal content. And maybe some ice balls.
Goodness gracious.
Come on, you can
Fuel
recognize the
scooping.
Earth like from the system map in 0.3 seconds.
So I'm beginning to understand the wisdom of taking a T9 on this trip now.
What?
Looking at the picture, I was looking at the picture of the 101 ships. You can see the Wasp.
Fuel scooping.
Can't see much.
You definitely know where it's at.
Yep.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
The only thing that's good about the Type 9 is that it's recognizable.
Yeah, for some reason I'm finding a gold condor isn't quite so easy to spot.
The bright orange paint helps.
I still like the way the T9 handles, though, the way it rolls, like it's on rails kind of thing. It's slow but it rolls, and I like the way those handle.
It is marvelous, I have to say. I do like the Type 9.
But I'm
It does
weird,
make
and I
you
like the way the
pilot.
heavy ones handle.
I like them as in training weights. You ever see the animes where they tend to put weights on their arms and their legs, and then in one day they just take them off and they move at lightning speed?
Yeah.
I think that's what a T9 is.
But you know what happens when you start overcompensating? I've like randomly gone back to an ASP or my Clipper and stuff. I try flying those things around, and I'm just all over the place overcompensating for the steering because I'm just so used to going so much further, and it's like, I can't fly them.
All I know is I'm much better at coming at the station from the right side now. After flying a T9.
System map.
Actually, they do have a fun social aspect. I tend to find that whenever I come into dock, I always have to yell, "Incoming!"
Oh yeah,
Space Cow!
yeah. I recognize that like once, like, yeah.
Or you don't say anything, you just watch things get out of your way because like, crap, it's huge!
Well, speaking, if you keep to the speed limit, it's kind of hilarious because you have always ships suddenly getting hunted down by the police.
Is they're gonna implement anything bigger than Anaconda and T9?
The Beluga eventually.
Yeah, the
Not
Beluga is
just a
so
Beluga.
large it can't
Was it-
actually go through the mail slot.
Haven't they been talking about doing a Panther Clipper forever?
Forever, yeah. Not yet.
Because that was the biggest game in Elite 2.
And I think both the Cutter and the Corvette are slightly bigger, at least longer.
Oh, the cutter is
Oh, they're
definitely
pretty long.
longer.
I
Yeah.
wish that they'd actually do the thing I think they threatened to do at one point, was just have ships that could dock on the outside of the station. You know, the really big ships, because that would just be cool to look at.
I
And
think
you know,
so as well.
then you could actually have the Panther Clipper, because Panther Clipper shouldn't really be able to get into that ship, into that station.
Yeah, because that's what I want. I want a Panther Clipper to carry a Type 7, and then transport cargo from the ship back.
Besides, we all want capital ships, right?
Yeah, capital ships would be fun.
Fuel scooping complete.
Look, I just want my own personal space dock I can go around,
scoop
explore the galaxy in.
Okay, a personal space station to take around would be fun too.
Okay, so Jack's place. I mean Jack's.
And a fleet of Fargoids! Throw me a freaking bone here!
What about Targoid ships? Are we gonna ever fly those? What do you think?
Who knows?
First, we need to see one.
No.
4.
They did actually let you fly. They did actually let you fly a Fargoid on Elite 2 First Encounters, but I don't think that's going to happen again.
You know what I reckon, right? At the end of this season, aliens will be announced. No, they're not going to be Thargoids, but there will be an alien race that are going to be like this. And season 3 will have alien ships. That's my prediction.
Fuel scooping.
But we have to get relationship. We have to be friendly with them before we can use their ships.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Well, if I'm an Imperial flying a dropship, doesn't that make me an alien?
Frameshift drive charging.
A terrestrial alien.
I think it just makes you confused.
4,
Indeed.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Probably going to shock from the lack of shinies.
It's like, oh god, where do they put the espresso maker on the bridge?
Oh, something cracks me up at work is they have this kind of. I mean, we work in a really big 1,000-person office type place, and they have this crappy coffee
Fuel
stuff. And
scooping.
we've been nicknaming it prison coffee for the longest time. Then we realised the company that supplies it, Aramark, actually do supply to the prisons, so it really is prison coffee.
So I would like to thank all the slaves that gave their
Fuel
lives
scoop
from Rovigo to
disengaged.
fund my expedition out this far.
No kidding, right? That's how I got my anaconda.
I support Eisenhower, but I've traded in so many slaves.
I got mine the old-fashioned way, by making people dead.
I'm a humanitarian. I liberate slaves with my beam lasers.
Yeah, I didn't do the Robigo runs. I was just doing normal trading and stuff, but it was still mostly slaves in Empire, systems, because why not?
Yeah, I think when I get back, I'm gonna try seeing if I can make it happen.
I've yet to do a Robigo run, but I was
tried.
I was really wealthy before it started, so I haven't really needed to.
It's more of a pain in the ass now. You get intercepted all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
It was easier before they updated it.
Yeah.
When I heard they were gonna update it, I decided to try it for my first time. It's pretty. You can get quite a lot from it.
I'm not even against doing it really. It's just I haven't got round to it. I've probably spent a month in the bubble in maybe 2 months in the bubble in the last year.
Yeah. I tried doing it. I'm just terrible at the stealthing and stuff like that. The whole trying to brain.
Well, getting scanned wasn't even a big deal until then they made it the last update where if you got scanned you automatically failed the missions. Before you could get scanned but you'd get a fine. It was like, whatever, I'm gonna make 50 million on this run anyway, so what's a couple thousand credits,
I must admit, it did crack me up when I heard people just going around scanning people on purpose around that station, just so they fail their missions.
Yeah, I mean, you'd sit there for like an hour and collect, switching instances and stuff like that, getting, stacking missions. But when you left Robigo, as soon as you got close to civilized space, you jump into a star, and then you'd have like 10 other ships jumping behind you, the NPCs, and be like, "Oh, look at that cargo," So you're trying to like not get interdicted, fighting that. But then when they added the fail on scan, that just it didn't make it worth it to me. After that, it's just like, I'm not going to deal with this anymore.
I think I surprised myself last time I went to the bubble because I couldn't even be bothered to rank up on my, so I can find myself a bigger ship. I've just got lazy about bubble stuff.
I can't imagine how much money I'm going to get from all these scans.
I don't know if I'll get elite after this, to be honest.
In exploration?
I don't know. Yeah.
I think you'll be elite after this, most likely.
With how many systems you have to hit, you'll probably be elite after this.
160 million in earnings to get to elite.
Yeah, it's kind of weird like that. 'Cause it was less when I did it. I think I got to about 185 million, but it was back in March. Yeah.
Well, if I do,
nearly been a year now.
Well, if I do a quick calculation, right, and if I get about, let's say I get 5,000 credits per system, then I'll need 32,000 systems. I need to go. Let's say if I jump and honk, only jump and honk, I would need to go to 32,000 systems.
Well, someone calculated that if you
Yeah, what's
jump
the
and
average?
honk to Beagle Point
Yeah.
and back, you will earn 47 million.
It was a rough
and-
estimate, but
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
Then that's enough.
I made. I think I made 105 million when I went to the rim and back. I know that much. I'll probably scan more than some people do, but
Wait, you only made 110?
105 million.
Oh my god, that means I'm not gonna make it to Elite.
Well, it depends what you're doing, though. You might be doing differently to me. Everyone has a different. Oh, take account the first chunk of the journey. I forgot about this. I'd started off with a buckyball run, so that part was hardly no honking at all. Well, I basically honked the systems, but I didn't scan anything.
I've earned about 5 million so far from exploration. So it's not going to put much of a dent to that 160 million.
Honestly, it's kind of sad when you get to Elite anyway, because you've got no more ranking up you can do.
I think one of the reasons why I want to get to Elite is because there are these special missions I see that I can't take. They have all of these like, oh, we've been looking for you, here's an encrypted message and all that shit. You've
Yeah.
seen those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you done any of them? How are they? Are they interesting, what I mean?
I can't remember the. I think I did one or two Elite missions, but I don't think there were anything unusual. I think that. Actually, no, I haven't done any of the modern missions like that, so I don't know.
I think it's mostly they just have, slightly higher rewards on them for money and stuff like that.
Ironically, at that point you don't need the money so much.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Yeah.
Engage.
I've just realised another 44 jumps. I will have made 17,000 scans. At least 17,000 system scans.
And look, you guys have heard about the 1.6 update, right?
I can't remember what's coming for that one, but yeah.
Fuel scooping.
They're gonna have much more interesting missions.
Ah, yes.
But it's a mission update. Yeah.
Be happy if they just fix the bugs with missions, so it's worth doing the interesting ones.
I posted on that forum that I'm looking forward to it in 6 months.
It could be good for my secondary character. I have a secondary character that is basically not very far advanced at all and has a few limitations that make it difficult, so cool missions would make things fun. Basically, he's got limitations. He's only allowed to do criminal missions.
Oh, nice.
And he's not allowed to explore at all. Whereas Mullen Blake is at 100% elite, Frogget Blake is at 0% scout, or actually 0% aimless, or whatever you call it. The absolute opposite end of the spectrum.
Is that role-playing reasons or?
Must be a nice respite from exploration.
Okay, I have a stupid question. Did anyone ever change the commander's name? Can Frontier do that?
Yeah, they can do it.
I've seen them do that through a ticket.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I did it.
I did once, but that was back in the early days of Kickstarter.
You can do it, but you can't be like doing it all the time. Like they'll do it like once, and and they'll do it again, but it's they're like you can't just keep changing it all the time.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, by the way, in case anyone's wondering, your first discoveries will keep the original name. I tested this in beta.
What if my first discoveries are made in the databanks of the ship? I mean, I haven't sold them yet.
I think it's when you sell them that they'll put their name on it. That's my guess, but that's a guess, because that's when it's going to be official, right?
Yeah, it makes sense. If you're the first one to log that as a sale, that's when it's when you scanned it or sold it.
Yeah, thinking it's a program. I'm pretty sure they're just putting names in a database and they're not attaching it. They're not pointing it at the account, which makes sense because if people quit the game or whatever, you have to worry about it breaking your database.
Okay, thanks. So I just need to write
a lot less data.
Ticket and give a good explanation, right?
Yep. I mean, the first time you don't really need a really long-winded explanation, be like, I kind of want to change my name, you know. But if you do it more than a couple times, then they're like, okay, why do you want to keep changing your name?
Right. Oh, exactly.
Fair
They
enough.
could
You know, once is understandable. You're like, I'm just not feeling this name. You know?
at that point, they just think you're a nuisance.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody's actually got to go there for making the tweaks. That's basically what they'll do for you, though. I mean, I've heard people that say, "Hey, can you just transport me home from to the bubble for a couple of days and then transport me back?" And apparently, they've gone along with that kind of stuff before now. Which kind of makes me sad, actually, but...
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
No, you're out there. You gotta make your effort back.
Yeah, I mean, the guy I think mentioned in Facebook had an excuse that he just wanted to show off the ship to his friends, but I mean, they should at least tell people when they do that. It's like, you're not allowed to tell your data why you're doing this. They should, but, you know, I don't think support guys really care about that aspect at all.
Yeah.
Fuel scooping.
But when they had some bugs on the rim, they were just basically their first solution was just to teleport you back home, and it's like, no, back to where I was at, please. And some people go, okay, I'm home. Easy, I've had an easy way home now. And so I'm just like,
fuel scooping complete.
No.
Fuel scoop.
Oh, I didn't realize they'd be that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay.
Well, and then the day, the support guys, it's just a job, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
They're not as. I mean, some of them are into the game in a big way, but you know, some of them is just they're just doing their job and they're just trying to keep people happy.
4,
Yeah.
3, 2.
But they're not really thinking about those implications. They both think they're being nice, and they are really, but yeah, it's just it's the wider implications of it.
When nice is too nice.
Yep.
Fuel scooping.
But let me check. Okay, so
Fuel scooping complete.
So I just want to check on this, right? I'm not entirely sure. I probably like confirmation on this. But
Fuel scoop
but
disengaged.
within the STC, there is a person named Winsler, right? And within the fleet right now, there's a person named Winsler. I've checked the entire friends list. There are 2 people in the entire game named Winsler. This could be one of them, or could be the other person.
What about that person?
STC. Bear in mind, they don't have weapons. It's not common equipment with weapons. I'm just saying that can anyone help confirm this? Given what happened with Mobius.
So I'm not entirely catching it, but you think they're an infiltrator from a pirate group or something?
Yes.
Odds are.
Wait, have you seen Winsler in? Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I know that we had an incident around waypoint 6 or 7 where somebody said they were being chased by a fleet.
Yeah, that was Raijin. Raijin had like 5 or 6 people chasing him.
Was that an open though?
Well, they were always just
no, it was in.
No, I want to say it was Raijin. Raijin.
It was Raijin.
But
yeah, it was
he always
Raijin.
had, but he never made contacts. It was always kind of like this. They were always kind of like flickering in the background, right? He could never.
He was able to ID. He wasn't able to get commander IDs. He was able to determine that there was at least an anaconda, or at least a couple anacondas. But past that, he wasn't able to get much else out of it. I don't know. It was kind of like I believe Raijin, but it was kind of like it was kind of a weird situation. Like it was kind of strange how he wasn't able to really get good ID on him and things like that because there was at least anacondas which they could make the jumps that he was making, because
But he
he's
was
an
talking about a
Anaconda.
Corvette too.
There was a Corvette too, and it's physically impossible for the Corvettes to make those jumps.
Especially since they were
Fuel
like
scooping.
on his ass basically every single time he jumped.
Right.
Yeah, that is weird.
Okay.
I know everyone's a little on the jumpy side right now. Especially
Oh yeah, I
because
mean,
of-
sure, being this far out, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuel
This
scoop
is
disengaged.
what I've got for you. I'm gonna post it to voice chat
Frameshift
links.
drive
and have a look.
charging.
Okay. In that roster, at the bottom of the line is a commander named Winsler.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
I guess I'd hate to go after people without any proof of aggression.
Yeah.
Just because you're in a pirate group doesn't mean that you're not being the good member of the expedition.
There's nothing wrong with being part of a pirate group, but when
Fuel scooping.
you have a group that does non-kosher things, like I don't want to call it infiltration, but getting to a PvE group and commit PvE. Okay, maybe I'm jumping the gun here. I don't know how you guys felt about the particular incident, whether you think it's not kosher or whatnot. Did you not? Or whether you think that it's
Which incident?
the Mobius incident.
Which one was that?
Smiling
Were there
dog
many?
crew going around blowing people up inside of Mobius.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Which, hey, I mean, for one, there's nothing in the game that actually says, you know, we
Fuel
know
scoop disengaged.
your background, we know who you are, and that kind of stuff. If you want to join, he kind of just says, come on in.
Yeah, I think mostly just goes by the don't be a dick rule and then
Yeah,
kicks
and
people
when
out
you are,
if
you
they
get kicked.
misbehave.
They got kicked already, so...
I mean, on Mobius, it's not too serious, honestly, if someone does that. It's more serious, I think, in our group, if we're
Yeah.
doing like 102 people at Stage A and one of them starts opening fire on us, but even then, somebody has to be really
Someone would
determined
have
to
to be
do
a
that.
real dick to do that.
Yeah, honestly, any other exploration trip, I would say there's zero chance. This is the first trip of any kind where I felt like someone might be that obsessed with drawing headlines that they might try something, but even then, we're
Given
getting...
what, yeah.
I think as we get
Given
away
what
from
SGC
Sagittarius A,
wants to
the chances become much less.
Fuel scooping.
Much less or much higher.
I mean, basically, for the longest time, no one did anything in the galaxy until we started getting Sagittarius A snipers. Because, you know, it was just a couple of
Fuel scooping
oddballs that are willing
complete.
to go that far for their yucks. So,
Fuel scoop disengaged.
but I don't know.
Let's
So
look
beyond
at
that, I mean, they don't have big opportunities to wipe out lots of people at once anyway. After this, I think.
Well, let's put it this way, right? Right.
But
Okay.
we're just so juicy a target.
Yes, this is what I reckon, right? We're
Mhm.
gonna reach those of us who reach BP, one of them is going to be Rinsler. And then that's the perfect time to do it. It doesn't matter if they kill many people or one person, as long as you get that, you know, you've dominated the DW group. You've managed to kill one person at the farthest end of the galaxy. That's some prestige to take home.
Yeah, my suggestion is if everyone happens to be in the same census as him, scan his ship for what he's carrying. If he's armed to the hilt, then maybe it's
You're
right
right,
about
you're
it.
right.
If he has no weapons, and no. I mean,
He's
yeah, if he
right,
has things like
you're right.
interdictors and stuff, then it's like, okay, why are you carrying interdictors? Why are you carrying this? But you know, if it's just normal, and even then, it's hard to tell because I mean, a couple of guns is fine, but it's just you can probably tell by the outfit if they're there to cause trouble.
Yeah, you're right.
Otherwise,
You're right.
Yeah, you have to be pretty dedicated to go all the way out there.
But honestly, probably the best thing you could do is just have somebody have a word say, "Hey, you're not here to cause trouble, right?" To see how he reacts.
Yeah. Okay.
So, are you the same guy from that pirate group? You're just here on a non-pirating basis, right? Because all these people, are, you know, most of these people are probably fine if they're in non-role-playing mode, as it were.
Yeah.
Certainly, if you make them aware that you're onto them, if they are into that, they'll probably give up on the idea, maybe, if they are up to trouble.
Alright, cheers. Yeah, I guess the space madness getting to me. I'm getting paranoid.
Well, it's okay to be a little paranoid. Trust but verify.
Yep, pretty much.
No. Oh god, I'm gonna hit a sun. I'm gonna hit a sun because the system map is not opening up for me.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm fine. No, I was at a binary star system and I was scanning the other star. But I was a bit off center, but I wasn't sure if I would, if I was within the boundary point.
Oh wow, I just found a ammonia world I wasn't even looking for. I was just idly scanning my nearby planets and ammonia world just pops up.
Nice.
Brilliant. I really can't be paying attention if I didn't realise it's an ammonia world.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
No matter where you go in the galaxy, everything still smells of cat pee.
Yeah. We should have a couple people at the waypoint by now. I don't think we're that far out.
Oh, I should
Takes about an hour to get it.
Yeah, I would
Takes about
think
an hour
there's.
to get there, right?
Yeah, it doesn't take that long. I probably got another 20 jumps to get there from where I'm at.
Oh wow, the map is freaking awesome right now.
Hmm?
The galaxy map. It's like it's a cross line. There's this big line, this big vertical line, and a big horizontal line.
Oh,
That's
I haven't
amazing.
seen it yet. Look.
Tell you what, I'll put it on Imager.
Oh yeah, nice. Did you friend a lot of people today?
Yep. I tell you what, I bet all the peoples in the A's and the B's have been friendly by nearly everyone.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I had a lot of friends today.
Charging.
I don't think I friended enough people. There were just too many for me to keep up.
It's kind of
I tried my best.
I can't wait to the stage to add people because I want to just friend people who actually made the trip and not people who just say they're coming along.
Yeah.
I'm friendly the first 150 people, I think. After that, it's just like, yeah, I've done enough.
I just friend.
Go ahead.
No, I just friend people I meet at waypoints and then, yeah.
That's generally what I do too. I had a couple that turned down my request today because I was just throwing requests out. I was like, oh, okay.
That's weird.
Really?
Frameshift drive
Be like
charging.
that, man.
No, I didn't want to come to be part of a giant expedition of 1,000 people out to make friends.
Right.
It's probably just because you smell.
Yeah. They see my trashed up anaconda. They're like, that guy can't fly.
It's like, dude, you smell of ammonia world.
Yeah, good point, you know. Our ships must smell pretty terrible from the outside. I mean, we're going through all of this space dust, and apparently space dust stinks like hell.
We have rem locks for a reason. I mean, always explorers have been out in their ships for months.
Yeah.
As I've got to turn back on my ED Discovery PNG converter thing. I turned it off when we were at SAG-A because of the bug.
Yeah. You can actually keep it on if you switch the naming convention to screenshot. Use your original name.
Yeah, that'll work too. Forgot about that.
You have to, but you can update it to the latest version. I think that those work.
Oh.
It's a test version though, at least I think that's what thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that, but I can't be bothered to fire up Visual Studio. She can't think I don't think I've pulled down the code in ages.
2, 1, engage.
and so on the side project, I probably not keeping up with the Discovery updates so much.
Yeah, it would be nice. Well, you know what? There's a lot of things that would be nice, so it's understandable. But it would be nice if whatchamacallit? Oh god, I lost my train of thought.
Pinwin? Wild guess.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if ED Discovery had an updater, an auto updater, or just an update button in the actual thing.
Oh yeah, I mean it's got something built into the software itself, but yeah, it'd be nice if you could just. Well, it's kind of weird because I don't. Yeah, I don't know what the code is for that part, but it's like there's been periods where it's been turned on, so you start up and it automatically updates itself, and periods where it's not. I think it's because there's been some bugs, and there've been times where Finwin's gone, oh, okay, I'll just turn it off for now because it's more trouble than it's worth, and I want to work on another feature.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That's often how it goes. It's these fiddly things. They're hard to diagnose, and when there's problems, they're hard to reproduce, and you just go, but I don't want to do that. I want to play this new shiny prospective feature or whatever, and you just leave it. Honestly.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I wrote a bot for Discord, for the Elite Games roleplay group. It's a banking bot, so it's,
nice.
Yeah, and there's a couple of bugs in the commands, and I haven't gotten around to fixing it because it's feature complete basically. It works well enough.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
But yeah, I've just left it to rest for a bit while I'm in DWE.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
7 jumps from waypoint.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I've only been opening up the system map if it's around 20 bodies and checking for bird flags, and I just keep going.
Can I be bothered to make an EDS endpoint for this ammonia world system? Yeah, why not?
And 37 new light year jump range helps too.
It's okay, I'm not jealous. No.
Now, if I can just keep it at 50% for the rest of the trip, we'll be fine.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Had one bad jump into a neutron, which was my very first neutron I've ever discovered, which was along this trip, and then had a bad jump into a close orbit binary.
Frameshift drive charging.
So yeah.
Finding a neutron star like that is always going to be something you never forget.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a neutron star kiss.
Come out of hyperspace and you're like, oh, it's all black. And you're like, it's all black! It's like, pull up!
For me, it was
I don't even think pulling up helps.
No, not usually.
I don't know, guys.
It was late and I was complacent and I should have throttled back when I jumped and I didn't.
Yeah.
Fuel scooping.
I swear I've become a worse pilot the longer I explore.
Yeah, I've been at, it was just one of those days. It was a long day and I wasn't thinking.
It cracked me up because before this expedition started, I was like, oh yeah, all these new
Fuel
guys, they're going to
scooping
keep
complete.
crashing and making messes, and I think the first few
Fuel scoop
the first waypoint, I
disengaged.
kept screwing up again and again.
Yeah, we
Never go
had a
back.
couple people blow up at that first waypoint.
But-
Just
Frameshift drive
I've been
charging.
exploring for a year. I should not be the guy who keeps having to go back.
what was the one? There was who was it that at this last waypoint? It was earlier this week.
8%?
4,
No, we were all sitting
There's a
down.
drop,
at
there's a
the
drop share,
waypoint.
8%.
No, this was there. We were at waypoint 10, and
10 or 11.
or what are we going to? Are we going to 12 or what is this one now? Is this 11? Or
12 is the
We're going to
optional.
12.
13 is the next. SAG was.
Yeah, so it was 11, and there was me and 3 or 4 other condas and 4 or 5 other asps, and we were sitting on the ground, and we were trying to do like a group dismiss our ships all at once. We kind of had them arranged on the ground, and we dismissed them. And he was like, "My ship's not going anywhere," as an asp. And he's like, "It just says dismissing ship, but it's still sitting there." And he sat there for about 5 minutes. And we all called our ships back, and we're sitting around just BSing. And his asp exploded out of nowhere. And he's like, "What? No!" And we're like, it just exploded for no reason. Like it sat there. He's like, "I don't know what's going on. It's just." He's like, it just says dismissing ship. He was in his SRV.
First rule of a league, when things
And
get
it just
when
blew
things get
up for
weird,
no
we'll
reason.
Log out because you just never know with this game.
Yeah.
You're telling me we had our first colonist?
Yeah. It was like, what the hell just happened? So then he's like, well, I guess I'm gonna go back. And I don't know if he's jumped back yet or not. He said he was gonna just buckyball it back, and we told him just submit a ticket. He's like, no, it's fine. He's like, I'm just gonna. And we're like, no, and he's like, it's fine. And he just committed suicide right there. We're like, what?
Dude, that is Space Magnus right there.
I'm like, oh
Yeah,
my
he
god.
committed suicide?
Yeah. We're like, your data. He's like, it's okay. He's like, I'm close
Yeah.
enough to a lead anyway. And he's like, I'm
was
going to
like-
go, guys. And we're like, no, don't. And he's like, bye.
Hang on.
He was up. And we're like, what?
That's insanity, because if he still had his buggy, but his ship was gone, he probably could have logged out and logged in again and just recalled his ship again.
No, he actually did try that. We did try to see if that would work, and his ship was gone.
So the game somehow managed to register the fact he had no ship but
Wait.
still had a buggy.
Hold on. What if you
that's
log into
actually kinda
1.5?
What's
What
that?
happens if you log into? What happens if you log into 1.5?
2, 1.
I
Did you try?
I don't
Did you try it?
You should have tried that.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
It probably would have still been suicide, but it would at least give him a chance.
I'm trying to think if he. I'm looking. I know the name would probably pop out at me if I saw it, but I can't remember. I've come across so many commanders now.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, it was just so random. Like we're just sitting there on the ground, and all of a sudden, boom! We're like, what the hell just happened? Because I thought it was an SRV at first. I was like, that was too big for an SRV. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Fuel scooping complete.
He's like,
I mean, that wasn't that
he was like,
bad,
I was
but-
trying to dismiss my ship, but it just said dismissing, and it never went away, and then it just blew up out of nowhere.
Today, right,
Fuel scoop disengaged.
the Naira ship, so I landed my ship, right, and the Naira came up and recalled her ship, and her ship landed straight on top of mine. It was trying to land, but couldn't
I've
because
seen that a couple times. That actually, I've seen that happen. It's happened to mine actually. Just 2 of us recalled our anacondas, and they both land on top of each other.
did you log out, or did it work out in the end?
I think he logged out. I tried to dismiss mine again, but it got stuck under his.
Oh.
So yeah, no. But eventually, when he logged out, my ship took off, and I just called it back.
Things I'd like to fix in ED Discovery. You try Lacerate and you just get this like scary Ring of Death type waiting mode. It's like, is it going to succeed or is it going to crash?
You can never tell.
Well, usually it succeeds, but it just looks like the application's unhealthy because it has a not responding in the title bar, and it just doesn't look happy. You know that can't be that hard to fix. It's probably just a case of make not a friendlier loop.
Oh man.
Just gently pull the thread.
What am I looking for? Okay.
Looks like this base camp might be a little bit easier to find than the last one.
Okay, guys, it's been great flying with you. I'm gonna be heading off now.
Alright, take it easy.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.
Take care.
See you around.
Later on.
Wait, who's Marcos the Black?
Isn't Mark Ross Black the guy with the black cutter?
Okay.
I think. I want to say that's him.
Yeah, I think he's the one who runs one of the big threads on the forum. I think it's the elite member, Club Elite or something like that.
Wait, what's the name of the club he runs again?
It's the thread for people who have reached Legion Exploration. Hall of Fame, I think it is. Elite Hall of Fame. Yeah, I think he's that guy.
Okay.
I thought he had a Cobra. Who was that?
Oh, we're talking about Marcus Black, I think, but Marcus Black, sorry.
Some good videos of the departure popping up now.
Damn it! The Discovery just crashed on me within a few minutes of being alive. How sad. I'm not trilaterate this place.
Yeah, 3 non-scoopables in a row. That's fun.
Found a Earth-like well. Happy about that.
Crap, I can't make that jump. There we can make one. About 3 jumps out currently.
By the way, you're very quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that as well.
Very quiet.
Very quiet.
Yeah, you're really quiet.
Is this any better?
That's a little better, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Alrighty, is anybody at the base camp for waypoint 12?
There's a few contacts that I saw on the galaxy map. I'm about 3 jumps out currently.
Yeah, I'm 3 jumps away myself.
Alright, roger that. What's the commander name?
It's Commander Arclus.
Yeah, I don't have you on my friends list.
Who are you?
This is Flynn Hawkins. Looks like we've got CC Ninja, Rojo, and Rodirius are currently on location.
Did you guys extend the waypoint meetup or something?
Yeah, we're trying to see if anybody's at the base camp already.
So Thursday for waypoint 13, right?
You're not heading up, Olivia.
What? No, I'm heading up, but I just want to check if we have 3 days to get to waypoint 13.
Yeah, Thursday.
Like 2.9 Kylie's.
Yeah, Thursday. Yep, tomorrow is 12 optional. Thursday is 13.
Okay, that's good.
I think the majority are going to 12, at least based on what I'm seeing on the galaxy map.
Yeah, I'm going to 12.
Yeah,
It's close enough.
I hear it's gonna be hard, right?
I'm gonna go high.
Part of the reason why I want to go to waypoint 12 is because I hear it's gonna be hard for me to get there. It's gonna get sparse as you go up.
It's getting pretty sparse up here, I can tell you that right now.
It'll be a good practice run for later on when we get to complete battles.
Yeah, it's getting pretty sparse between stars. I'm 1 jump out and jump in the system right now.
How's your view?
What's that?
Yeah, I'm just jumping in now too.
How's your view?
I'm still in hyperspace, so we'll see.
It is pitch black up here.
What about whatchamacallit? What about the core?
Yeah, as soon as I get away from the primary, I can look down and see what's going on here. Have to orient myself.
Alright, I see one other commander. Let's see what's you Flynn. That's Hikaru.
Roger that. Yeah, it is just a massive sea of stars below the system.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet up here.
It's about the same view as we had when we were below.
At waypoint 8, was it?
Yeah, when we were way down at the bottom. It's About pretty similar.
Well, I can't wait, man, because, well, I imagine instead of the core being to the left and right of us, it should be right below us, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much right below us.
Can you make out the spirals, or is it too large?
Let me see. No, we're too close still. So it's, I mean, if you can see a little bit of breakup towards the edges, but I think we're still a little bit too close to get a really good definition on the arms. I'm gonna go to external cam here and see.
Sorry, what is he wondering?
Just if you could see, kind of like make out the arms of the galaxy from up here, but I think we're still a little bit too close.
Yeah.
To really, yeah, it's
hard to do
not
that.
really getting a good definition.
Yeah, not quite. They're still too close, but it's pretty cool. I'm 100 light seconds from the Wi-Fi.
Right. 24 out.
Too bad, you know.
So if you're in here, I'm right behind you if you want to wing up.
You know, I'm gonna miss this part of the galaxy. Like, after we pass this stage, it's not gonna be fun and games anymore.
Yeah, we got to work for a living there.
Alright, let's see if we can locate base camp here.
Whew. I just saw Commander Atomic Bomb's photo of it. Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I really need to get a second.
Fuel scooping.
Ah, perfect. Targeted one that's 565 light years above me, and it's a K4, which is great for Earthworld hunting.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Might have to go out and EDSM point the highest point I reached on my first expedition while I'm out this way.
There you go.
No idea if the target we're going to is higher or not, but
2,
probably not.
1, engage.
We've got a point everyone can reach. One I had previous was 1, that was good for NASP.
Get away from the planet a little bit here.
Fuel scooping.
The absolute PK is Bucky bonding it back to Advocate Space and back.
Jeez. Why, just to sell his data or what?
He's on 8% health.
Oh yeah, I do that too.
Oh yeah.
I was
one
telling
person.
him, I was like telling him, no, you mustn't do it. Then I realized, wait a minute, he's Bucky bonding back. I've got 2 escape pods in my inventory. Wait, why didn't you tell me? I have escape pods for you.
Oh, is somebody already?
4, 3,
What?
2, 1, engage.
Ooh.
I'm asking if somebody there wants to wing up.
I'm still trying to locate it from orbit
Fuel
currently.
scooping.
Just surveying at the moment until I find it.
I'm still in the Stu Mayo region.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive
As soon as I
charging.
find it, I'll be happy to wing up with you. I just gotta locate.
Question about the pictures. Like the pictures on
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I think it's just when they saw it when they were in orbit around it. So I think I found the big crater that's in the picture. So now I'm just trying to orient myself off of that.
Fuel scooping.
Have a look at the road.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, I see it right here. I found it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Whoa.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh yeah, here we are.
Yeah, there must be another large crater on the surface. 'Cause it's
4, 3,
oh wait, maybe
2,
it is. Hold on.
1, engage.
Your waypoint is another crater.
Maybe once.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
No, I still don't think that's it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of cruise around in high orbit here until I get close to where I want to be at.
Fuel scooping complete.
Pretty quick here. You guys can invite me to wing if you want.
Are you on the ground there?
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
57, 96, 4.
Roger that. Yeah, if you've got me in your friends list, it's Flynn Hawk, and you can invite me to
1. Engage.
You can add me though, Arkless, ARKLESS.
Fuel scooping.
Investigating this time of fire.
Fuel scooping complete.
Server response is really slow right now.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yep, I'm here. Wing invite Arkless if you guys want to meet.
4, 3.
So it was ARK or
1.
REC?
Engage.
A. Okay.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, I'm not getting a response from the server. It's not even letting me search the friends list. Oh, I think I found it actually.
Yeah, if you're flying close to the ground, it's like running too close. It's pretty easy to see. How do some people have like distant world decals? It looks like a planet.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I couldn't hear that. Was that something about a planet?
Yeah, some people have like a decal that looks like the distant world logo, or it's like a planet at the very least.
Oh, right. It's the logo. Yeah, I think we had a logo competition on the forum a while back. Some people are using that.
How do you get it?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I guess one easy way is you could just Google on distant worlds and check the images because it's going to come up everywhere. But I suppose you could search on the Explorers forum, on the Frontier forums, for distant world logo competition or something like that. It's going to be somewhere on that forum anyway, from probably about a couple of months back.
Yeah,
fuel scooping.
Honestly, I think Googling would be easiest because I'm sure it'll just come up in a bunch of image search results.
Fuel scooping complete.
Tempted to go bombing.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Honestly, I'm quite tired. I think I'll probably head off for now. And continue the remainder of the jump tomorrow.
Alright. Take care.
Night. Yeah. Like it,
Fuel
commanders.
scooping.
That was the worst idea ever.
Oh, you didn't come out of it too well?
Oh, I'm at 37.
Fuel
Oh, that was a terrible idea.
Oh my god, that was so dumb. I don't know why I did that.
Where did you come down from?
Oh, I was just
Frameshift
like, hey, I'm gonna
drive
go bomb in
charging.
this cannon, so I boost away, and I didn't realize how close that thing sticking up was. I couldn't pull up quick enough.
Oh no.
4,
Well, that's my key to log for the night.
2,
Yeah,
1.
sounds like it.
Engage.
Oh well, at least you died gloriously.
No, I'm still alive.
Just.
I just literally have zero room to fuck around now.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage. Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage. Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Alright, I'm back.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Orbital flight engaged. Landing gear deployed.